The third mindfulness training. Aware of the suffering caused by sexual misconduct. I vow to cultivate responsibility and learn ways to protect the safety and integrity of individuals, couples, families, and society. I am determined not to engage in sexual relations without love and a long-term commitment. To preserve the happiness of myself and others, I am determined to respect my commitments and commitments of others. I will do everything in my power to protect children from sexual abuse and to prevent couples and families from being broken by sexual misconduct. So for today, I want to continue to discuss the third precept of the mindfulness training: to refrain from misusing sexuality and intimacy. The avoidance of sexual misconduct is the third of the 5 cardinal Buddhist ethical practices. Sexual feelings and behavior are deeply rooted in our biology, psychology, and social life. After puberty, many people spend significant amounts of time thinking about and involved with their sexuality. Even celibate monastics can devote much energy addressing their sexual feelings. As an ethical precept, the avoidance of sexual misconduct means striving to refrain from causing harm through our sexuality, even unintentionally. Rather than defining sexual misconduct in terms of any specific sexual behavior, the emphasis is on considering the impact the behavior can have on others and oneself. It means taking into account much more than the particular sexual activity one may be involved in. In sexual relationship, people can get wounded. Practicing this precept is to prevent ourselves and others from being wounded. Often we think it is the woman who received the wound, but men also get deeply wounded. We have to be very careful, especially in short-term commitments. The practice of the third precept is a very strong way of restoring stability and peace in ourselves, our family, and our society. We should take the time to discuss problems relating to the practice of the precept, like loneliness, advertising, and even the sex industry. Practicing with the third precept requires bringing mindfulness to some of the most intimate and personal areas of our lives. As such, great care and respect is warranted as we bring greater attention to our sexuality. In terms of sexual relationship, mindfulness includes considering the intention, expectation, and commitments of everyone involved. Without clarity about this, it is easy for people to feel disappointed, hurt, or betrayed. Mindfulness in sexual relationship also includes awareness and acknowledgement of any emotional vulnerabilities our partner may have. Past hurts may be re-triggered from what may on first impression. Because the sexual drive can be strong enough to override a person's wisdom, compassion, and common sense. Help is sometimes needed to avoid engaging in inappropriate sexual behavior. The commitment to the third precept can provide this help. It is a safeguard from unexamined, impulsive sexual behavior. It is also a protection from later regrets or worse. Our sexuality can be a part of the Buddha's path to liberation, rather than something that is outside of the purview of Buddha's practice. Sexuality can be a rich arena for practice when we bring mindfulness and investigation to it. In practicing the third precept, we should always look into the nature of our love in order to see and not be fooled by our feelings. Sometimes we feel that we have love for the other person, but maybe that love is only an attempt to satisfy our egoistic needs. Maybe we have not looked deeply enough to see the needs of the other person, including the need to be safe, protected. If we have that kind of breakthrough, we will realize that the other person needs our protection, and therefore we cannot look upon him or her just as an object of our desire. The other person should not be looked upon as a kind of commercial item. To meditate is to look into the nature of our love, to see the kind of elements that are in it. We cannot call our love just possessive love or altruistic love, because there may be elements of both in it. It may be 90% possessive love, 3% altruistic love, 2% gratitude, and so on. Look deeply into the nature of your love and find out. The happiness of the other person and your own happiness depend on the nature of your love. Of course, you have to love in you, but what is important is that the nature of that love. That's all. Thank you.